Good morning and welcome to this very special edition of Tank Time. I hope you all are well and safe. And I want to introduce you to a very special addition to this tank. Many of you just saw him cross the driftwood under his little burrow. I have a purple dragon goby. He's been making his appearance. He's been making a labyrinth of tunnels underneath the driftwood and the rocks. And he leaves the other fish alone, which is really nice. And if you get a good look at him, I mean, he looks just like the ambush predator from hell. I can't really get a good clear shot at him. But he's got a great big mouth and needle sharp teeth. Here he comes. And he looks like he would just eat every fish in the tank. But in reality, he's a scavenger. What he does is he uses those needle sharp teeth to rake the sand with. So he goes around with that big mouth. And he just kind of rakes up the sand, up the detritus, small critters, blackworms, bloodworms, whatever I feed him. He likes algae biscuits too. A couple of neorites hanging up there. And he just kind of sucks off the bottom. Leaves everybody alone. My biggest concern was the night goby. I was worried about conspecificity there. It's conspecificity. There's a word for you. And some abrasiveness between them, but nothing. They just ignore each other. There's the entrance to some of his burrows. He's just been all over town. He just recently made one under the driftwood. He was just out until I started filming, wouldn't you know? There's a nice pregger guppy. The small male pardon me, the small male black guppy you just saw was one of the babies. That's one of my young'uns, chasing the other black female around, which is good. He was a corner hugger for the first couple of days, but the lure of females brought him down and out of his fear. And the 3 mollies are also my babies. I have to go out today and get some catappa leaves and some other supplies because out here I have wonder of wonders. I have tadpoles. They're so small right now you probably can't pick them out here, but you can just barely make them out on the bottom of this cup. The parents are in this tank somewhere. This used to be a tank for my peacock gudgeon gobies, but they didn't make it. They're very delicate fish. So I got this black orchid betta, which is a sight to see. Call him Zorro. He's a beauteous fish. And I put some dwarf frogs in there too. They're kicking around in there somewhere. Last week they were spawning. It's one of the mystery snails. I'm trying to get them to breed too. Oh, come on out, froggies. Well, we'll come back to this tank. Pea puffers are doing good. Finally getting some moss to grow in there. Yeah, they're cruising around in there. I need to get in there and scrape some algae. The kabamba's kind of thinning out a little bit on me. I'll have to find something else to plant in there. But I'm really thrilled with the Christmas fern, or the Christmas moss. And even the Java moss is starting to kick in a little bit. The big tank is doing good. One of the honey golds. Got a black guppy in here too. He likes to hang up there with the glow danios. Here's an arrow goby. There's another one of the honey golds. They really are pretty little fish. Flintstone Cave. A little flaming arrow goby on top. Finally, last but not least, before we go to the back bedroom, here's one of the frogs. I have 3 in all. That's the male. I have 2 females as well. and about 10 tadpoles. And finally, we have the bumblebees. There's one right there. I bet you. I'm going to put a few blackworms in there. Here comes one. There's one behind that rock. He just grabbed a blackworm and scooted. There he comes. Here comes a couple of them.